Yo, what's up? This is probably going to be just a tour of my tanks in my room, so my critters, some of my fish. I have a lizard also, so it's gonna be very messy because I don't clean very often, or I always just have clutter everywhere, but I have 7 tanks currently in my room, plus a leopard gecko, and then I have a dubia roach colony and some other stuff, so we're just gonna tour some of my nonsense because I'm bored. So this is my biggest tank. This is my planted 20-gallon long. It is the substrate is eco-complete. It has some like sand on top that was left over when I changed the substrate, and the stocking is a school of ember tetras, a school of harlequin rasboras, and my neon blue dwarf gourami mimosa. He's awesome, and I love him. And they're all really hungry. Oops, scared him. They're all really hungry all the time, so if I open this, they will just swarm. The filter back here is an aqua clear. I think it's an aqua clear 10. It was a new in-box aqua clear that I found at a thrift store for like $5, so that's exciting. My filter media doesn't really matter, it's just some random lava rock and ceramic media. And then I have this pothos growing out the back. I actually have 2 pothos. And then I also do have 2 like little DIY sponge filters, mostly for extra bioload, biomedia. And then up top I've just got some stuff for, I always change out this, well, can't see it at all. This one, I have another one over here. I have to change out this every few days to keep the water clear. It's water. I just have so many like new plants in here that it just makes a lot of mess. This is not really doing any kind of like mechanical filtration really. I mean the floss is, but more just for bioload. I don't really need that, but I've got like 3 filters on this tank anyway for some reason. But yeah, my plants, I've got some crypts over here. I've got my favorite plant. This is an Anubias coffee foliate. I freaking love it. And another Anubias back there. That's an Anubias nana. A sword, Kleiner bar sword, which is awesome and huge and coloring up pretty well. Also, very much a lot of hair algae. Yeah. So then some hornwort. That's a new crypt back there. This is my brand new Reptile, which looks awful currently, but it's, you know, acclimating. And then up front I got a whole bunch of dwarf Sagittaria, which is cool. So yeah, that's basically this tank. And the heater is a Hydor Theo 100, I think. Yeah, that's it. And this guy, this is my 2.5 gallon beta tank. I only have one tank this small that has an actual fish in it. This is Titan. He's a half moon placket dragon scale beta. He's pretty cool. He's very angry. He might flare. I don't know. I don't think we can get him to flare. But his tank's kind of bare right now, and I'm going to get some more, probably live plants, and more substrate. He's got the little DIY filter thing that's going to get replaced too, and basically his entire setup is just crap. Yeah, but it'll get set up. I mean, he's doing fine. I forgot to mention the lighting on this is a Phoenix Stingray, so yeah. And then the lighting on this is just like, I can't even remember the brand. It's like a $15 like LED light off of Amazon that's always on sale. So I have 2 of them. They work pretty well. I don't know how well they'll do with live plants, but I'm testing that out on my other tank, so we'll see. Yeah, the plan is to plant this pretty densely, probably just with like floating plants and maybe like 1 something. I don't know yet. So then over here, we have another planted tank, ish. I mean, it's just literally got Java fern like attached with fishing line to the shitty driftwood, and it's got some water sprite back here, right there, and then back there. I basically got it really tall. Oh, and this is Dazzle. He is my very saucy half moon Dumbo male, and he is, yep, angry. Okay, yeah, so this has also got one of those DIY filters. I don't know how well I like those necessarily. I think the design is okay. I mean, it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't have enough differentiation between the biomedia and like where the water comes in and goes out. It doesn't really do so well, but for a betta fish, I think it's good because they're pretty low waste in general. But yeah, that's this tank. It's also got a pothos growing out the back. The lighting, I think, is just regular, like the Aquarium full spectrum, I think. I had the Floramax on this tank, but I decided I didn't like how red it was, and I didn't really need it in here anyway. So yeah, that's this tank. So this tank's going to be probably real backlit, and it's like probably my barest tank currently, because I just planted it yesterday. But we've got my half moon Dumbo male, another one, he's very blue, that's Kraken. And I have like a random Anubias in there, and these are crypt babies that I pulled off my one crypt. And I'm definitely going to have some kind of floating plant in here, but I'm planning on doing this a little bit Reptile type style. This is a, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a type of bromeliad that I just got at Walmart today. And I'm trying to grow this, I just got this Dieffenbachia, and I'm trying to grow it in the water. And maybe it'll work, I don't know. Because I do have a pothos in this as well. This is a little bit weird setup. I have another one of those $15 lights up here, but the filter is actually a hang-on back. And the reasoning for that, the reason why I don't have the actual filter that comes with this tank, this is a Fluval Spec 5, was that I bought this at Goodwill for $8. It didn't come with anything, no light, and no filter. So I had to improvise. For a while I just had like a sponge filter, or not a sponge filter, but I just had an airstone in there under some media, but that wasn't working so well for circulation. And this is also not working so well for circulation. It's just like not, I mean, it's working kind of. This is an Aqua Clear Mini, you know, it's a 10 or whatever. Yeah, it's just kind of hooked on the back there, but I might get something different, I don't know. So then this is my little shitty snail tank. It's a 2.5 gallon, it's a mini bow, I think it's from Top Fin maybe, I don't know. I found it at Goodwill recently. So in here I have just a bunch of pest snails. Basically, I have this one guy, that's Snail Lord. Snail Lord is a goof. I'm pretty sure he's like an actual pond snail, and the rest in here are like little bladder snails. But I haven't seen him reproduce at all. He lays a lot of eggs, but I've never seen any babies where the bladder snails reproduce like crazy. So yeah, in here I've just got some like Malaysian driftwood, some cholla wood, some weird shaped things, and then this is something wrong with the acrylic, but yeah, and then there's a little sponge filter, some Java moss. I actually really like this tank. I mean, this is like always my snail tank creates like the most like entertainment for me, because here he is, he's just like surfing on the top of the water. I need to turn down this. I need to get an adjustment, but look at him. Look at that little asshole. What the hell? Okay, then over here I've got some plants. I just figured I'd include them. There's a little air pump on a rock. There's a Dieffenbachia. There's a, I can't remember what this is called, Palea something. A golden pothos, which eventually is going to go somewhere, I don't know, probably in tanks. And then this is a philodendron Brazil. And here's a philodendron imperial red, which I've been torturing a little bit. And then this is a money plant. And then this is my little area here. That's really all that's in this corner. Keep some fish supplies up here. This is some big ass supplies for my future 55 gallon. This is a spare heater, giant sponge filter, clamp light for future purposes, I don't know, my little spray bottle. Let me see what else I have over here. Buckets. Yeah, there's buckets over here. Just reverse osmosis water there and there. I don't know what this is. A bucket, tubing, more tubing. It's just like a mess. This is like a bucket full of like extra water from my old snail tank because I didn't know if there were snails in it. So I'm like waiting to dump this water out. This has so much duckweed in it. Oh my god. So then here's my last plastic plant tank. Well, if you don't count the little 2.5 gallon right now, but this one. This is the home of my female beta, Doria. She is somewhere in there, but she's really shy, so I gave her a jungle. I tried to leave this area basically open for swimming, but she hides a majority of the time, and she's adorable, and let's see if I can find her. There she is. She really loves hiding, and she loves food. But there's like an obscene amount of plants in this tank, and it's just like what I've acquired over the years of keeping fish, and I've decided I don't want any more plastic tanks. I do have some more plastic plants in my for my quarantine tank if I would you know, a quarantine hospital tank if I would to like have like an illness or want to get a new fish. I could quarantine them in that and have some plastic plants, but that's about it. This is, you know, I don't like plastic plants. Oh, and the filter on this is just a little double sponge filter. It has this lantern ornament. The heater, I don't know where the heater even is. But the lighting is crappy. It is just this bar light that's in the water that was like $10. But it works. It works okay. I mean, it's not awful, you know. So then this tank is kind of on this rack system. So this second rack here, shelf here, this is my most newly planted tank, which looks like trash currently. This is my yellow koi beta male, male beta. His name is Buzz, and he's pretty cool. He's a yellow koi. I've had him for about a year now, so he hasn't really colored up too much. He's gained some blue, but he still has that koi. So in here there is a red tiger lotus, which is super cool, but I don't know, maybe it'll make it. Oh, and there's my snail, my mystery snail, Broseph. He's just going. He's pretty cool. But yeah, I've got this red tiger lotus. There's a separate bulb that came with it too. It's a very small bulb, and then one bulb here. Yeah, it looks kind of sad. I don't know if it's gonna make it, but I hope it does. And then back there's an Anubias, and an Amazon sword, and micro sword. And it's just got a big old sponge filter back there. A heater. The lighting is a Marineland LED of some kind. But yeah, this tank I hope will fill out a little bit. I want to get maybe like a few more plants. Probably a floater of some kind. Probably like frog bit maybe. But yeah, I kind of like this tank. Cool. And down here is my leopard gecko enclosure. This is, I don't know the size of this thing, but it's about the equivalent of, I mean, it's bigger than a 20-gallon tank. It's like longer this way. So it's a little bit longer than a 20-gallon tank, I think, and a little bit further this way. So it just is better. I hated the 20-gallon when I had him in it because it was so narrow to fit anything. So, and I like this bin setup a little better. This is kind of a crappy DIY door. It just has a hinges and this mesh thing. I don't know why I did this, just to feel DIY. I don't know. I don't know where he is, and I don't really want to pull this out, but basically here we've got a warm hide. We got a dig box. Back there there's a moist hide, a little climby thing. There's a hammock over here. I don't know where he is. He's not going to come out. Maybe if I... Yeah, he's not going to come out. I think he's sleeping. But he loves to make a mess of everything. He loves to get, you know, his dig box stuff everywhere. And, but yeah, that's him. He's just kind of Felix. He's a 5-year-old-ish male leopard gecko, normal, just kind of hanging out. Yep. Okay, so in here I have my dubia roach colony, which I don't really know why I have a dubia roach colony, seeing as I only have one leopard gecko, but I just fed them some orange and an apple, so they're in there just kind of, I don't know if you can see them, but I've got a whole ton of babies, but I probably haven't been feeding them all enough because they haven't been growing very well. I just got this heat lamp here. I don't know if I like the heat lamp that much, but I like it better than the heat mat I had, and like there's conflicting sources about whether they can see red or not, so that's awkward. I do notice that they come out more when it's off, but I don't know if that's just because they get cold. I don't know. So I might have to change that out to like a ceramic like heat emitter maybe. I don't know. There he is. He's just eating me. So then back there, you can't see it because it's trash. This is my quarantine 10-gallon I have back there, and in there I've just got stored some like extra filter media, some extra egg crates. I have 2 screen lids for no reason, and an extra like lighting. I don't know. That's all that's in there. And then this garbage is my fish storage area. I don't know. This up here, you know, you got some like food, mostly food here. Some test strips, some stress coat that's almost empty. Bug bites, more food, algae wafers. It's a water clarifier. Back there is my aquarium salt, Paragard back there. What else? This is my clove oil for euthanizing. In this box is a whole bunch of beta cups, like so many. Root tabs. The next down, so I've got some random orchid food. I don't know what that's doing there. 2 bags of excavator clay, which I need to use. And then this is my kind of planted area, my flourish. Got this, came in my aquarium box, and then Flourish Excel, which I don't dose as much as I should. And then a cup. And then this is my Aqua Clear box, and I think that's it. Oh, there's a big giant Python water changer back there that's huge, and I don't use. So these are my super worms. This is where they live. I kind of just get a new one every so often. Yeah, it's not that exciting. I have some Flourish Equilibrium for restoring minerals in our water. And then this is my main fish and reptile drawer. So I have, like, this is a shaker for calcium dusting critters. I have some more ceramic media. I have my water testing kit. I have my big feedy tongs for feeding bugs. I have some of this that is gross. This I use for feeding fish. For like, I usually put like a frozen food in there and then thaw it, and then I use that. Which I need to get better tweezers, God. I also have like a baster that I use. Here's my huge giant thing of calcium that I will literally probably never use. And then my one with D3, which is tiny. Almost out of cricket food. Heat gun, which is so fun to play with. 85. Coffee filters for no goddamn reason. An extra light for something. There's just so much random shit in here. But yeah, that's my main drawer that I access and use stuff from. I feel like I don't even know how interesting this stuff is, but I also got this giant net. Not giant, but bigger net. And this is my drawer for like other stuff that I don't use as much, like extra intake filter sponge, plastic plants, silk plants, little weird decorations, sponges, a bag of filter media bag full of that, air stones and rocks. There's a heat pad in here, a sponge, some random garbage. I think there's an extra heater in here, a lot of air tubing just kind of in there. Suction cups, marbles, I don't know. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But yeah, that's just kind of what my trash looks like. I also have frozen food downstairs, but I don't want to go downstairs because I'm freaking lazy. So yeah, that's about it. Oh, I've also got some extra dubias in here. At one point I kind of just pulled a few out that were about the right size for feeding. So there's just a few left in there. They've only been in there like a week. And then, oh, I've also got some aquarium dividers and extra garbage in there. And that's about like my entire room. Oh, except for my monstera, which is big and giant. But yeah, that's all of the nonsense that currently is in my room as far as like critters and fish go and plants. It's definitely not gonna stay like this for long. I'm definitely going to have more. So yeah, I have no idea why you would ever watch this, but you know, whatevs, that's cool. This is my room. These are my fish. Thanks, or something. I don't know.